This is going to be a crap video, guys. Sorry, be kind on me if you can. But remember a few months back, Nikon rumors complained that Nikon is sleeping again. It kicked up a bit of a storm back then with opinions divided. I didn't think that Nikon was sleeping. But the company does at times go almost into some kind of a hibernation mode. We saw a bit of Z9 during the Olympics and then it's all quiet again. Right now, for about a month or so, we haven't heard anything from Nikon on the Z9 or on the other future plans, including plans on the lenses. You know, the 85 1.2, people are not just waiting for it. They are not just looking forward, they are lusting. Yeah, September is about to come to an end. We haven't seen any firmware release or any news around that. I have been waiting for the real-time tracking update so that I can tell the Sony fanatics to shut up and say, let's talk about the skin tones, people. The 40mm was just recently launched and somehow it felt abrupt. I don't know why, I just felt that it just happened abruptly. Although I was waiting for it, I'm going to buy the lens, but I still felt as if it just happened suddenly. Why this quietness, this gap in communication? What could be the reasons? I'm just guessing here, guys. You see, Canon launched the R3 and people are excited, checking if their eyes move involuntarily or not. They all wanted to get their eyes fixed, but not anymore, because they want to challenge the R3. I want to challenge the R3 too. Poor doctors just lost some mad eyes project. Some folks are really excited. But then Canon said that the delivery will be delayed. On the other hand, Sony is pretty much quiet on the A7 IV. And mind you, that camera is probably the biggest upcoming launch this year. And it's a big if it comes out this year. So could it be that Nikon is quiet because they want to talk about it when the supply is all sorted and they have hoarded enough chips to make meaningful numbers of the camera, produce meaningful numbers of the camera? Or is it something else? In their recent talk, Matt Irwin and Seth Miranda discussed how the Z9 is it. I commented on Matt's chat and said that the Z9 should compete with the upcoming R1, meaning Nikon should be in a position to contest the capabilities of something like an R1 now that we have the R3 out, especially now that we have the R3 out, and give the market a camera that would be enough to compete with the R3 or the idea of an R3 whenever that comes out, because that's going to come out eventually. I have ideas on how that can be done. Check the link in the description. But let me tell you what Seth said, and I hope, Seth, you don't mind me discussing it because it was food for thought for me. I think I've thought about it. I thought, let me make this video and put my points across. He said, and I quote, "Possibly, sure, but we also can expect the R3 to be a huge jump in price point, which would mean it's meant for those already invested into Canon rather than competing to gain someone jumping ship. So the flagships don't really compete with each other. The systems as a whole have to be a decision for the user, especially at pro level." I agree with Seth mostly, except that I think that the flagships do compete with each other along with the entire systems, of course, not only at the emotional level but also at the functional level. I think flagships can push people to switch, especially when you consider the people that are considering the upgrade. These are the D4, D4S, D5 users sitting with those gear that have greatly eroded in value after all these years. They haven't upgraded to any mirrorless yet. They will anyway have to spend a lot of money to upgrade to a Nikon Z. Look, do not underestimate the power of gear lust. It is a strong, primordial urge. So they will eventually want all that wholesome goodness of short flange mirrorless lenses. I mean, why wouldn't they? You are the guys who know that it's the glass that matters the most, right? And we have seen just how good the Z glass is. We also know that Sony and Canon RF lenses are big upgrades from the DSLR days. So if the Z9 only tries to match the R3 and limits itself there instead of trying to compete with the R1 in the future, all it will take Canon are a few leaks of what the R1 is going to be like. then 50% of the Z9 market will go like, and I made up the percentage, they'll go like, wait, I have to sell out my existing stuff anyway. I have to put in some money anyway. Why don't I actually consider what Canon is doing? Let me see. Going by the talks, the R6 and the R5 will be better B cameras to my R1 than the Z6 II or the Z7 II to the Z9. Let me hold on and wait and watch. It's a lot of money, boys. So let me just rethink this entire Z9 thing. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. If Canon can make some people rethink their primal Z9 lust, then Canon would win it and Nikon would again lose some of its base bank, a traditional customers base. Then Nikon will have to do what Seth suggested, be the most value flagship. But tell me this, and I want to know from all of you, do people buy budget luxury cars, or do they go to budget luxury hotels? Is there anything that's budget luxury? Let me search this Chin Sing company. I'm just writing down gibberish, because if this shit can exist, budget luxury can exist too. Oh my G. Oh no. Okay. Budget luxury may actually exist, and I would love that for myself. But even the buyers of budget luxury want to buy luxury. They don't want to buy budget. They are budget people who want to buy luxury. So what is luxury? A Z9 that competes well with the idea of an R1, something that makes Canon shit in the pants a little bit, push Canon to rethink and delay the R1 launch a bit, be that good. That way, everyone is a winner. I think Nikon knows that. I think Nikon knows the importance of bringing new news and innovation. I think Nikon is quiet because the release of the R3 gave them some insights into the coming competition. The chip supply shortage is a good thing in the sense that it buys more time for Nikon to recalibrate some of the stuff to present a more future-proof package. It's not a matter of whether a basic minimum flagship proposition is good enough or not. For most people, it will be good enough. But flagships are statements as much as they are products. Yeah, we all know that. Therefore, the Z9 must script a story, big bang it, Genghis Khan the camera world. And then we will get our little baby Genghis Khans in the form of Z8, Z90, Z70, Z6 II, and Z7 III, and Z6 III. It's not about how good the Z cameras already are. It's not about that at all. It's about making the owner feel irrationally proud. He has to feel that his one is bigger, that he can go on longer, he can reach the right spot in the tight spaces without missing a shot. That's just life. Because otherwise, if you are willing, the Z7 II can do plenty. See you.